The Philippines has a very unique culture due to the influences of colonization and the surrounding countries. Filipino people are very hardworking and strive to make life better for the next generation of their family. The melting pot theory that is evident in this culture make this country a vibrant, exciting, and diverse place to live and visit. Wherever you go, Filipino culture is very evident and has largely been appreciated and even applauded in many parts of the world. But today, our main focus is the cultural heritage in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Luzon sits at the northern end of the Philippines and is the country's largest and most populous island. It's known for its mountains, beaches, and coral reefs, and is home to Manila, the national capital. Set on a deep bay with famed sunsets, the city has many Spanish colonial landmarks, national memorials, and monuments, a centuries-old Chinatown, and a diversity of museums. Luzon was split among Hindu-Buddhist kingdoms, Muslim principalities, and ethno-religious tribes who had trading connections with Borneo, Malaya, Java, Indochina, India, and Okinawa, Japan, and China before the Spanish established their rule. As a result of the Spanish-American War, Luzon became American territory. One of the famous heritage in Luzon is the Rizal Monument. The original title is Motto Stella from Latin, which means a guiding star, is a memorial in Rizal Park in Manila, Philippines, built to commemorate the executed Filipino nationalists. Jose Rizal, this memorial is dedicated to him. The Philippine national hero was part of the independence movement when the country was still under Spanish colonial rule. The granite monument with a height of 12.7 meters was erected from 1908 to 1913 in the Rizal Park in Manila. So let's forge ahead to the Fort Santiago. Fort Santiago in Spanish, Fuerte de Santiago. In Filipino, Kuta ng Santiago, built in 1571, is a citadel built by Spanish navigator and Governor Miguel Lopez de Legazpi for the newly established city of Manila in the Philippines. The defense fortress is located in Intramuros, the walled city of Manila. The fort is one of the most important historical sites in Manila. Several people died in its prisons during the Spanish Empire and World War II. Jose Rizal, one of the Philippine national heroes, was imprisoned here before his execution in 1896. In 1950, Fort Santiago was declared a shrine of freedom, and restoration began the following year. Today, it stands as a memorial to the victims of World War II and the sacrifices of the Filipino people in pursuit of freedom.
The Visayan group consists of several large and several hundred smaller islands clustered around Visayan, Samar, and Camotes Seas. The 7 main islands are Bohol, Cebu, Leyte, Masbate, Negros, Panay, and Samar. These islands and their smaller neighbors make up the central group of the Philippines archipelago. High mountains characterize most of the Visayan islands, with the exception of Samar and Masbate, which are exceedingly hilly. Panay has extensive eastern plains where sugarcane and rice are farmed. Negros has large western plains on which sugarcane is grown. Corn, coconuts, bananas, tobacco, abaca, and root crops also are widely grown. And fishing is also important in the Visayas. The densely populated Visayan Islands group constitutes an ethno-linguistic region defined by the dominance of the 3 major Visayan languages. The 2 major Visayan urban centers are Cebu City on Cebu and Iloilo City on Panay. Sinulog Festival is the one cultural heritage in the Visayas. The Sinulog Festival or Santo Niño Festival in Cebu is an annual religious and cultural festival. The festival is thought to to be the first of the most well-known festival in the Philippines. It also attracts between 1 to 2 million visitors from all over the country every year and gives travelers the opportunity to join Cebu tours and explore the many attractions of the province. Visitors from across the world will also benefit from making Sinulog Festival and Cebu the gateway to their Philippine trip. Beside the religious part of the celebration, Sinulog is also well known for its street parties before the day of celebration and during the day of the festival. And the second cultural heritage of the Visayas is the Fort San Pedro. The Fort San Pedro is a military defense structure in Cebu, Philippines, built by the Spanish under the command of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, first governor of the Captaincy General of the Philippines. It is located in the area now called Plaza Independencia. In the pure area of the city, the original fort was made of the wood and built after the arrival of Legazpi and his expedition. In the early 17th century, a stone fort was built to repel Muslim raiders.
Mindanao Island, the second largest after Luzon in the Philippines, in the southern part of the archipelago surrounded by the Bohol, Philippines, Celebes, and Sulu Seas. Being the second largest island group next to Luzon, Mindanao has been dubbed the country's land of promise for its untapped promising natural resources. It has become globally known for being home to the surf capital of the country, a famous highly urbanized city and jaw-dropping beaches. But in this video, we're going to introduce Zamboanga City. Zamboanga City is in the Mindanao region of the Philippines, known as the City of Flowers. The etymology of Zamboanga comes from the Malay word Jambangan, means garden of flowers. It is now one of the most important and busiest port cities in the Philippines. Zamboanga is often called Asia's Latin City, partly because the Chabacano language, a Spanish-based Creole, is common and partly because it shares other Spanish traditions. One of the traditions of Zamboanga City is Hermosa Festival. The Hermosa Festival, also known as Zamboanga La Hermosa Festival, popularly known as Fiesta Pilar, is a month-long festival held each year in honor to the patroness of the city of Zamboanga, Our Lady of the Pilar. The Zamboangueños are known for their fervent devotion to Our Lady of the Pilar, or better known to them as Nuestra Señora la Virgen del Pilar. Moving on, our main destination is the Fort Pilar. One of the major historical landmarks here in Zamboanga is the Royal Fort of Our Virgin Lady of the Pilar. Fort Pilar Shrine used to be around 17th centuries old. It was a military defense fortress constructed by the Spanish colonial government in Zamboanga. This fort was used by the Spaniards when they colonized Zamboanga. The inside of the fort is now being used by the National Museum of the Philippines, while the other or the front side is the place where you can find the Lady of Pilar. Devotees gather around to attend and hear masses and also light candles. The fortress is considered by far the most splendid in the entire country.